Hey, good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to Bull City Hangout 415. I'm Pat Murray. I publish the Durham Skywriter, that's Durham's online community paper, which I invite you to check out in its entirety at durhamskywriter.com. Now, it's Bull City Hangout. I tell you what's happening today in Durham, and I invite you to join me on camera. You can shoot the breeze, say hello, promote yourself, promote your business. All of that would be great. And it would also be great if you go ahead and share this out so that more people here in Durham can find out what's happening. So let's get started. And I'm sorry I'm late. I forgot about the time difference. I'm actually in Chicago and I'll be back later today or tonight. So I looked up and I'm like, wait a minute, isn't it noon in Durham? So anyway, let me get started. So starting out with the word page, that's the government and nonprofit information page, chock full of really great programs and services being offered by local nonprofits and also the city, county, and state governments. So as always, the word page starts out with these really good classes being held by the American Red Cross. You can learn how to save lives by learning CPR and other skills. So these classes are, some are online, some are in person, and some are a combination of the two. And they're really good. And they have some online only classes that you can take, like advanced child care training, first aid, child and baby first aid. They even have cat and dog first aid. And they also have first aid for severe trauma, for severe bleeding, for opioid overdoses, and they're all super duper affordable. And then they have some free classes. These are online. Water safety, because, summer will be here before you know it. Water safety for parents and caregivers, and in Spanish, seguridad en el agua para padres y cuidadores. Pardon the pronunciation there, but they're both free. Check them out. They're listed on the word page of the Durham Skywriter. Okay, now the Durham County Libraries, with today being Tuesday, they're open until 8. Bragtown closes at 6. The libraries reopen tomorrow at 9:30, and then Bragtown reopens at 10. And let's see. Oh, tomorrow's Wednesday, right. So scroll down to City of Durham. You'll see the calendar, and then you'll see where there are some vacancies that maybe you can help fill. You have special knowledge, special interest, etc. So there's a lot of vacancies this week. So I'll just rattle them off. Audit Services Oversight Committee, the Citizens Advisory Committee, the Durham Affordable Housing Implementation Committee, the Durham Board of Adjustment, the Durham Planning Commission, the Durham Sports Commission, the Durham Workers' Rights Commission, the Human Relations Commission, the Mayor's Council for Women, and last but not least, the Mayor's Hispanic Latino Committee. So if you want to join any of those or at least look into it, check out the post right there on the Word page. Click on that link to see what's expected of you in terms of, meetings, et cetera, et cetera. Then if you're still interested, let the city know by end of day today, tomorrow, that you're interested in helping to fill any of these vacancies. All right, let's see what's going on with, let's see. Oh, let me mention the Durham Community Fridges. I haven't mentioned them for a couple of days. So this is a nationwide movement that started with COVID when we couldn't help each other face to face. Somebody came up with the bright idea, well, why not put out refrigerators that are available 24/7 to people who are in need? They can stop by, they can pick up food, etc. And what's really cool about it is that you can go online. I've got the link, of course, on the word page. You can go online, see what is in each refrigerator, because Durham has two. And then as a person in need, you can just go, pick up whatever. And if you want to help, you can see if something is needed because they will note, they being everyday citizens like you and me, they'll say, well, you know, this one's empty or this one's a little messy and needs some tidying up. So you can go there with a rag, some bleach water, and clean it out if you want. If you want to do that, because this is citizen run. It's what do they call that? Community level, ground level activism. So we have two refrigerators, Durham Community Fridges here in Durham. So one is at the St. Joseph Episcopal Church, 1902 West Main Street, And this is on the Iredell Street side, so it's right behind Whole Foods. And then the other one is at Part and Parcel, that's a store, at 1901 Chapel Hill Road. And then you can park on the side by turning in on Dean Street. So, like I said, they're both open 24/7. I have definitely uh, delivered food to both refrigerators because sometimes I get food from, like the pantry, like White Rock or whatever. And because I have high blood pressure, I can't have salt. What is it, more than like 19% or something like that? And so, if I get canned goods with more sodium content than I'm supposed to have, I drop them off at the community fridges. And I need to mention that not only at St. Joseph and at Part and Parcel, not only are there refrigerators, but there are also, like, what do you call it? I would say cabinets for items that don't require refrigeration. So you can take boxes of cereal, canned goods. Some people even put cleaning supplies. So why not? So anyway, I just want to encourage you to take part. All righty, let's see what else is happening. Let's see what's happening at Durham Tech Small Business Center. Now, downtown is where um, Durham Tech Small Business Center is. It used to be, of course, on the campus of Durham Tech, but now it's at 701 West Main Street downtown in the Chesterfield building on the second floor. So they have classes for entrepreneurs. The next one that's going to be in person will be at the end of the month, and it'll be all about Chat GPT, which you might need to learn about that, AI. Well, let's see if there are any online classes that are being offered across the state because I like to post those too. Okay, here's 1 o'clock. Oh, speaking of Chat GPT, okay, so from 1 until 3, there's going to be a free online workshop. And by the way, these classes are live, which means you can ask questions, which I totally dig. Okay, so today, 1 o'clock, next level Chat GPT for business growth. And of course, Chat GPT is AI, learning how to use AI properly to get the best results. Because I was learning from Barb, who's a super expert. She visits the show sometimes. She was saying the results that you get when you use AI is really determined on your input. So you have to learn how to ask for what you need properly and really efficiently so you get the right answer right to the point. So, and actually, you can get graphic arts as well because I have used Chat GPT for illustrations. So anyway, check it out. It's going to be from 1 until 3. And here's another one from 6 until 8 this evening. Effective networking to grow your business. And I definitely learned moving from Chicago to Durham that when you're in the South, networking is well, it's important in Chicago too, but it's super important in the South where it seems that person to person is just so much more effective and important. So there you go. Probably because Durham is so much smaller than Chicago, we have more access to each other. So let's see. Here's another class from 6 until 7. And again, these are free and online. The Small Business Social Media Playbook, turning viewers into customers. I love how that sounds. That's going to be tonight from 6 until 7. Definitely check these out. And let me check to see if SCORE has something going on. And SCORE, of course, is the Service Corps of Retired Executives. And these are people who have retired from business. They've run businesses, they know what it's all about. They have free mentors. You can learn so much. They also have classes. Some are in person, some are online. So let's see what they have going on. Let's see. Today's what, the 15th? Oh, they do have one. Okay. Okay. They have a class today at 1 o'clock, so you might want to sign up ASAP. It's called Mastering Small Business Financial Management, Keys to Growth and Profitability. So that's going to be today, in just a few minutes at 1 o'clock. Okay, let's go over to the health page and see what's happening. Of course, the health page starts out with COVID. I know you're saying I'm sick of COVID too, but it's still here. So if you need the numbers, it's there on the to your health page. Let's see if there are any see if there are any blood. Oh, wait a minute. Wait. Oh, NAMI Durham. Did they meet today? NAMI Connection. They meet today. Okay, so NAMI, that stands for the National Alliance on Mental Illness. So the NAMI Connection Recovery Support Group meets this evening. Okay, it's a free peer led support group. You have to be at least age 18, 18 plus, living with a mental illness. So you're like checking in, talking about stuff, getting resources, getting help. So that is free, and it is this evening from 7:30 until 9. It's on Zoom. All right. Now let me check for blood drives because you could literally help save lives by donating blood. And there's a lot more on the health page. Let's see. Today's the 15th. Okay, going on right now at the American Red Cross has a blood drive going on at the Mary Duke Biddle Trent Sammons Center at 8 Cyril Center Drive. If I'm not mistaken, I think that's off of I shouldn't guess. Use your GPS, but it's right there, not too far from the VA and Duke Medical Center. So it's going on right now until 1 o'clock. So if you happen to be over there, yeah, just drop in. And here's another one. This one's going on until 3, and it is at Pleasant Green UMC at 3005 Pleasant Green Road. So they have a crew there until 3. Okay. Oh, until 2. Sorry. Sorry. So at Pleasant Green UMC, they're there until 2. Sorry about that. Okay. Now let me check the blood connection because they do the same thing. So blood connection, okay, they have a crew over at Duke University. This is in honor of Raj Mehta. This is at the Duke Student Wellness Center at 305 Tower View Road, room 148. So they're there right now until 3. And then tomorrow, they'll have a crew at the Park Point campus at 4001 Highway 54. And that will be tomorrow from 9 until 2. Okay. Now, today is Tuesday. Yes, the Health Equipment Loan Program is going on right now as we speak until 2 o'clock. So it's also known as HELP. It's run by the county, it's run by Project Access. So this is where you get to donate things that you no longer need, that you have in your house that deal with self care, self transport, like, for example, walker, wheelchairs, canes, knee scooters, the pickup sticks, tub transfer benches, which helps people who can't move very well transfer from, uh, like, you can sit them down on the bench and then slide them over into the bathtub. So that's really very helpful. So if you have items like this, then you can donate them, and then the staff, they disinfect everything, as necessary, and then they turn around and they loan them out to people who can't otherwise afford them, for 90 days at a time, which is super great. So this is great for people who are elderly or people who are just out of the hospital or people who just can't afford a cane and really need one. So you can borrow these items for 90 days at a time. And then if you need them for longer than 90 days, then usually if they have enough supply, you can give them a call and then they'll say, yeah, we'll extend it another 90 days, no problem. So they're open right now at 4206 North Roxborough Street, Suite 100. So on Tuesdays, they're open from 10 until 2. And then on Fridays, they're open from 1 until 5. So I have a little video where I'm explaining what they do. And also, I have the phone number and the website, so you can check them out. All righty, let's go to the senior page, senior scope, and see what's happening at the Durham Center for Senior Life. Let's go there real quick. Let me click on that. Of course, the Durham Center for Senior Life is at 406 Rigsby Avenue, downtown. Free parking, free membership, free activities. They have two workout rooms, a computer lab. They have their own theater. It's a great place to hang out. So today's what, Tuesday? Let's see what's happening this afternoon. Let's see. So they have Pinochle and Kings in the Wait, Pinochle starts at noon and goes until 7 in the activity room. So yes, they're open in the evenings, which means certain evenings, certainly this evening. So if you're still working, like 9 to 5 or whatever, this is a great place to drop by, let off some steam before you get home. What else is happening this afternoon? Afternoon bingo at 1 o'clock, quilt making at 1, Arthritis Foundation exercise program at 2:15, Kings in the Corner, which is some kind of a card game from 2:30 until 7. And here is a class. Let's see. Now it hasn't started yet. It starts next month, but they want you to register. It is called Powerful Tools for Caregivers. So if you're going to be caring for someone, or if you are caring for someone, then starting on May 6th, they're going to have a free series of classes, which are going to be free. You can get some really great resources and help and information. Okay, let's see. Acrylic painting with Steve at 4. That's $10. That's a special deal where you have to pay. DCSL band practice at 3 in the theater. So yes, they have their own band and they're really good. If you want to join them, or if you just want to hear some great music, stop by, and they probably don't mind if you just sit and listen. And that's going to be from 3 until 4:30. The fitness center and the tech lab are both open for drop-ins from 5 until 7:30. Like I said, it's super great for people who are coming off work and they want to let off some steam, go work out or do some tech work, in their lab, do some emails, whatever you want to do. So that's going to be from 5 until 7:30. They have cardio and more at 5:30. They have line dancing at 6:15. Now tomorrow morning they're going to have muscle pump at 8:40, total body workout at 10, quick drawing class at 10, ping pong at 10, Hispanic Heritage Group, that's from 10 until 2, activities in Spanish, Super Agers Tech class at 1. So if you love technology, you can take a class, and they can also help you. If your grandkids or kids gave you their old gear, their old iPads or iPhones or whatever, and they never bothered to teach you how to use them, they just figured you'd figure it out, you can go to the Durham Center for Senior Life. There are several days where you can go and attend these tech classes totally for free, and they will literally teach you how to use your new gear. So that's really nice too. Okay, let me check for special events. Let's see. Today's the 15th. Let's see. Oh, this is going on right now. Fire Sticks and the best streaming services making the right choice. That's for people who have done what I've done, got rid of cable, only watch stuff that's online, so you can learn all about that. But that's happening right now. It just started in the volunteer room. But they do this, I think, every month. So if you missed it today, then next month they'll probably have it again. Now, oh, this is cute. Okay, all day tomorrow they're going to have an Easter egg hunt. That's cute. So you can join the search for hidden eggs, and the eggs have hidden treats. I don't know what the treats are, but I guess you'll find out. That's going to be all day tomorrow, the Easter egg hunt. How about that? Now, also happening tomorrow, the RSVP, which is the Retired and Senior Volunteer Program. It's a great program. It used to be downtown, so you might have. Wait, did they used to be? Wait, they used to be on the campus of Durham Tech years ago. But anyway, now they're off of Highway 15501. So it's kind of like out of sight. You forget about them. So they're not really highly visual, which is why I'm so glad that every month someone from the RSVP program comes to the Drum Center for Senior Life to tell us, well, I should say to tell seniors, what opportunities are available if you want to volunteer somewhere. So they talk about, one nonprofit, per month. So tomorrow's nonprofit will be the Bull City Woodshop, which is right there on Pettigrew and right around the corner from where I live. It's a great place. Now, if you want to volunteer there, you can learn all about it tomorrow at the Durham Center for Senior Life at noon. You don't have to register, just show up. Let me tell you a little bit about the Bull City Woodshop, though. So, oh, Barb, I was just talking about Barb. She's going to show up in a second. Okay, right after the weather. So, what was I saying? So, the Bull City Woodshop is where you can go. So, adults can go and take classes, learn how to make things. They also have classes where they actually teach you how to use the tools, like what do you call it? The chop saws and the miter saws and the drills and all that sort of thing. And so, you pay for those classes. And what you're paying is actually making the after school programs where they're teaching kids or young people how to become woodworkers. That's for free for the kids. So we are paying for their lessons, which I think is super great. So if you want to volunteer there, and check it out. It's going to be tomorrow at the Durham Center for Senior Life at noon. Also happening tomorrow at 12:30, Painting with Police from 12:30 until 3. This is where you get to paint with police. You're relaxed. You're with police officers. You're socializing. Maybe you actually wanted to talk to the police about something, but you wanted to be on the down low about it or whatever. Maybe this is a good opportunity for you. Otherwise, you're just relaxing and painting with police officers. Oh, let me tell you one more thing. So, um, at least 4 times a month, Durham County Veteran Services, they come to the Durham Center for Senior Life and they talk with military veterans. Very often their depression sets in, or maybe you forgot to look into what you're eligible for as a military veteran. So you can go to the center from 1 until 3, a call to make an appointment first, of course, and then they will find out what benefits that you're eligible for that you maybe you forgot about, didn't know about at all, or maybe, like I said, you just didn't bother to take advantage of it. Maybe you need it now. So that's going to be tomorrow from 1 until 3, and they do this at least 4 times a month. So if they're all booked for tomorrow, that's okay because they'll have more coming up real soon. Okay, let us now go very quickly to the Let's Go calendar of events page. Then we'll bring Barb on. You'll get to meet who I was just talking about. Let's see. Today's Today is Liam and Ethan's actual birthday. That's my great nephews. I want to tell them happy 4th birthday. Of course, you're not watching my show, but that's why I'm here in Chicago. We celebrated their birthday Saturday, and boy, did we have a good time. So, yeah. So, happy birthday, Ethan and Liam. 4 years old. Okay. Let me continue. Such a proud great aunt. Okay. So let's see what's happening this afternoon. New Visions of Africa restaurant, they're having a grocery giveaway. That starts in just a few minutes. So at 12:30, they start for a couple of hours while supplies last. Sometimes they almost give away too much food. I've seen people struggle. So if you have a rollaway cart, yeah, see if you can bring that because I don't know how much food they're going to have today, but they will also be asking you how many kids you have and how big your household is so they can make sure that you have enough food. And you will get a lot of food. So that's going to be from 12:30 on while supplies last. They're located at 1306 Fayetteville Street next door to W.D. Hill, and you can park in the W.D. Hill parking lot. They don't mind at all. I think the lower lot is closed, which is fine because you should be parking in the upper lot anyway because you don't want to be navigating stairs while carrying boxes of food. Okay, let's see. Oh, this is huge. Durham County LRC, Local Reentry Council, they're having their Better Chance Employment Fair from 1 until 4 at the Durham County Main Library, 300 North Roxborough Street. So this is in partnership with NC Works and Step Up Durham. This is for anyone looking for work, including, or I should say, especially those who have served time in prison. You've served your time. Now it's time to get back on the good foot, so to speak, get life together, start working, taking care of business. So you can hopefully well, here's the thing. If they want you to get to bring your resume, but you might not have a resume already, that's what NC Works and Step Up Durham do. So this might be your opportunity to get your resume together. In any case, they do want you to dress professionally, look nice, and then you will be meeting with local employers, and you can click to register. I've got the link right there on the word on the not the word page, the looking for work page, and also the Let's Go page. So if you have any questions, I have a couple of email addresses, so you can go ahead and ask your questions. But that's going to be happening today, 1 until 4 at the Durham County Main Library. Again, anyone looking for work, but especially those who, I think the new term is, because we don't say former offenders anymore, I think the new term is justice involved individuals. So if that pertains to you, then definitely check this out. Okay, what else is happening? New Visions of Africa restaurant will be back from 3 until 6, giving away free meals. And then let's see, Bragtown Baptist Church at 3218 North Roxborough Street. They're going to have their children's clothing closet giveaway from 4 until 6. So each family can receive clothing. This is once per season. So we're talking spring and fall. So each family can only go once per season. And you can get several outfits for your kiddies, seasonal items, new underwear, new socks. So it's really super wonderful. So go ahead and register and head over there from 4 until 6. Okay, the Mint Beverage Company and Honey Girl Meadery, they are both located at 1312 Blackwell Street, right around corner or right down the street from the ballpark. Suite 103. So today at 5, they're going to have their Spring Fling plant and book swap. That sounds like lots of fun. Now, you've heard of open mics, right? I don't know if you've ever heard of a classical open mic, which is wild. So, PXOs, which is Paradox Opera, they're having their classical open mic this evening at 6:30 at the Huron Stage Music Venue, 2329 Huron Street. So it's going to be a fun event, and it's also doubling as a kickoff fundraiser for their new Voice Lesson Scholarship Fund. So everybody can perform, from amateurs to professionals, singers to instrumentalists. Talented pianists will be available for to accompany you. You can bring your own pianist. You could play the piano yourself if you like. Now, if you want to send the music in advance to the pianist, then I've got the email address, and they really appreciate that. You just don't want to throw out, yeah, we're going to do Tchaikovsky's, opus number, whatever. You can't expect them to know everything by heart. So anyway, this is going to be super fun. Each performer gets 6 minutes, and if you're going to be doing something grand that takes more than 6 minutes, you can sign up for additional slots. That sounds like a lot of fun. So that's going to be tonight at 6:30, a classical open mic. How about that? Now they're going to have a black and brown ballet class at the Haytire Heritage Center, as they do every Tuesday from 6:30 until 8. The class fee is $10, and it's for people who are at least age 12 and a beginning or intermediate ballet dancer or student. The Tuesday Blues Jam, that starts at 7 o'clock at the Blue Note Grill, is from 7 until 10, downtown, 709 Washington Street. If you play guitar or bass, don't worry about taking your amp. You can use one of their amps. And you can sign up when you get there. You can dance. You can have a good time. It's free admission. Of course, it's a restaurant, so they want you to, order something. But it should be lots and lots of fun tonight. Doing the blues from 7 until 10 at the Blue Note Grill. Now, tomorrow, Catholic Charities runs the Durham Community Food Pantry from 10 until 1. You talk to a social worker, and you can get a week's worth of groceries. Let them know if you can't have dairy or pork. You can also get clothing or whatever they have out back. Sometimes they have lots of clothing laid out that you can pick from. Last time I went, they had charcoal and pet food. They had all kinds of wonderful things. So that is from 10 until 1 tomorrow. And let's see. Now, something is starting new, and it's going to last for a month at the streets at South Point. They're having some. Oh, I didn't tell you where the Durham Community Food Pantry is. Sorry, because I'm rushing, because I know Barb is waiting. 2020 Chapel Hill Road in the Lakewood Shopping Center. Sorry about that. So at the streets at South Point, which is 6910 Fayetteville Road, they're starting up something tomorrow called the Selfie Studio, the Color Theory Tour. Now they had a selfie studio event last year. So this year is the Color Theory Tour, where you take the color theory quiz to find your true inner color. It's an interactive exhibit. It's free. This is really fun. And then you step inside your color zone, and you in the selfie studio, and you take a vibrant self-portrait. And it's so fun. It's free. And these are portraits that you get to keep. So invite your friends and your family to join in the fun, and that should be really fun. This is going to be every day including Saturday and Sunday, every day starting tomorrow through May 12th from 11, excuse me, 11 until 7. So there's plenty of time. And let's see. I see a message that I should probably delete. Okay, there we go. Oh, Tasha Kane is saying hello, hello, hello. I hope everything's going well. I really do, because yeah, I heard. I think you were in the hospital, so I hope you're doing well, Tasha Kane. I'm very happy to have you watching Bull City Hangout. I hope everything's going. Hope everything is, hope you're recovering and everything's doing wonderful. All right, let us know. All righty, let's see. I think that's it. Oh, one more thing happening tomorrow at Boxyard RTP 900 Park Offices Drive off of Highway 54. They're going to have Latin Jazz Fusion by Gaston and Friends during the next Here and There live concert series. That's going to be tomorrow. And of course, Boxyard RTP is an outdoor venue, totally free. You go, and this might be a good thing for you to do, Tasha, while you're recovering. Just go ahead and just relax, sit outside, hear some great music, and you can buy lunch if you want. Otherwise, you just sit and enjoy the music, totally free, no pressure. All right, let's do the weather, and then I'll bring Barb on. So let me do my little intro. So let's see. In Durham, it is. What's going on? Oh, my clothes are ready. Okay, I'm doing my laundry, of course, because I'll be back home later today. Okay, let's see. So it oh shoot, because let me see. In Chicago here is only 45 right now, but in Durham it's 66. So it's a beautiful day. Oh, it's really windy in Durham. Wow, it's going. It was super windy here, in fact, it was so windy. The drain pipe at the side of the house blew free or loose last night. So I guess it's windy in Durham too, apparently. So it's cloudy in Durham. It's 66 right now with the high of 73. I'm a little jealous, but I will be home later on today. But yeah, 73 is the high for today. But it's going to be really super windy apparently around 3 ish. In fact, all late afternoon, early evening is going to be super windy. Wow. Now, tomorrow is going to be sunny with the high of 66. Hey, why isn't it going to be warm again? But anyway, 66. I can't complain. I guess it'll be back up to the 80s this weekend, and I'm ready for that. I'm definitely ready for that because here in Chicago, I've had to wear my jacket every day. Shouldn't complain, I'm sure. I know. So let's bring Barb on, and then let's see. I forgot how to do it. Okay, wait. Right, dynamic scene, and then click on add to scene, and then transition. Yes. Barb, what's
Hi.
new? I know it looks
Well,
funny. I'm wearing my glasses because I switched to my iPad mini.
uh-huh.
And of course, I'm of a certain age, as they say in France. Uh, I had to wear glasses to see the print of my iPad mini. Because usually I use my big iPad. Whoa, I think I need to put my glasses back on. So, how are you, Barb?
I'm hanging in there. Today is World Art Day, so I got up all
Oh,
excited at around 5:30, and it's like, oh, now I can just play today,
yes,
play with
yes.
AI, and I have recently found when Chat GPT was upgraded that they were getting the text correctly. I found a very short prompt where I could generate images behind quote my favorite quotes, and so all of those
Ooh,
memories I have on Facebook of because we were all trained to put a quote up several times a day, keep a positive attitude, do that,
okay.
um, and sharing on your socials. And so when I discovered that, I thought, because all these memories come up and they're just posts of quotes. So I thought,
Hmm.
well, because the last couple of days I've been trying it, and it's been working well. And I thought, I'm just going to create art today. And
Yeah,
I
why
did,
not?
yeah,
Why
and not
not?
anymore. So,
I,
how,
I had mentioned you earlier today. You probably weren't watching yet, but there's a Chat GPT class online today, and so I was telling people how you were teaching us how important it is to put in the better prompts you use, the better results you get.
uh huh.
Yeah,
Is that one that's been advertised heavily on? Is that a local one, or is that one that's
it's,
been
it's, it's
advertised
local.
heavily on Face? Oh, that's great because,
Yeah, it's local.
frankly, people are forgetting that you got to go out in the community where you live,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
that's really what counts, because how your community can actually adapt itself well to technology, and
hmm
especially what's going on now. But what I thought, because you and I are of a certain age, shall we say, that I was looking because there's one heavily advertised on Facebook right now, and it's a guy, probably, I would say, late 30s, early 40s, that's actually
hmm
doing the training.
Okay,
And of course, he's advertising to people over 60
good,
to
good.
teach them, right?
Yeah, we
And I
need that.
and so I went through that because I was a very early adopter because of
hmm
what my career story has been. But
hmm
I went through just to see what he was asking them and so forth. And I thought, what would really be better is if every community, in real life, every
hmm
community where we live, if
hmm
they had these kinds of classes for folks over 60, because if it hits them where they are at home,
Exactly. And
it's
I
so much
guess
better.
people's needs will be different from state to state. Um,
Exactly. It's
because
just
we're very, I mean, Durham isn't rural necessarily, but
right.
North Carolina is a very important agriculture state. And I'm
Hmm.
sure our local needs would be different from people like maybe in Nevada or California, whatever,
Uh-huh. Right. Right.
maybe Mississippi.
So
Yeah.
before I came in with you this morning, I thought, I wonder how everything's going, because, there had been more weather issues in North Carolina recently, and I was
hmm
really concerned about that. And of course, there were changes that came that, because I have a lot of friends in the Carolinas, and I mean, it was so bad that, they had to have federal help for that. And there's been so
And in
many
Western
changes.
North, they're still recovering in Western
Yeah.
North Carolina. They're still,
Yeah.
yeah.
That's what
Yeah,
I'm
and
seeing.
apparently in Durham it's very windy today.
Uh-huh.
But I went to, let's see, where did I go? I went out of town. I can't remember where was I going? I think I was going to Yeah, I was going to Greensboro, which is really, I'm in the middle of North Carolina, and Greensboro is still pretty much in the middle of North Carolina. And it really hit home for me that there were big signs on the highway, Highway
Mm-hmm.
40, saying that if you're trying to get to Western North Carolina, you have to go this particular way. This way is blocked or whatever. And I'm thinking, wow, the damage must have really been extensive because I was still in the middle of the state, and
Yeah.
just learning that not too far away there was a lot of
And
devastation. Yeah, and I was only in the middle of the state. So I've been watching, there's certain YouTubers that I watch. There's one in Western North Carolina, and he just goes around, he's like a community media guy, and he goes around and tries to help his neighbors and shares information and shows people, where they can get food and stuff, in Western North Carolina. And I admire that kind of work. That's good work.
yeah, for sure. So are you using Chat GPT very much or not? Did you say?
I have used it for illustrations.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Um, I tried to use Chat GPT to write, what was that, like a bio, and I guess I need to learn how to. I need to take a class and learn how to write prompts. Because I really don't have any training whatsoever. I've just been messing around, and I think I need to learn how to write a proper prompt to actually use Chat GPT seriously. Because I dabbled with it and was not pleased with the results. And knowing what you said, that you have to be accurate and you have to really know what you want. And I guess I need to learn how to actually do that. So.
Uh-huh. I wish, well, it's certainly something, I can jump in every once in a while and help you with that. No problem. But
Okay.
just like before I came in today, and because we haven't gotten together for the past couple weeks, and I
Yeah.
had seen those few news blurbs, and so I thought, well, I better update myself on
Mhm.
what's going on back there. And
Yeah.
I could remember Durham, that that mainly you had talked a lot about Durham, but I
Mhm.
hadn't on Greensboro when you mentioned that. Then
Mhm.
I actually in Chat GPT asked for the latest news in Greensboro and brought
Mhm.
that up. And it goes out because the latest version is so powerful, and it goes right out and checks all the news headlines for what's going on, and
Okay.
those locations. And so I'm more addicted to Chat GPT now than I was a year ago at this time. But I very rarely use just Google or Microsoft, Bing
Hmm.
Copilot direct,
Okay.
because if I can, like you said, as you learn to do the prompts and refining them, you can get much better information. In fact,
Right.
one of my daily routines is to make note of all the top headlines that I'm interested in. That I do go to news.google.com just to see what has been picked up there.
Mhm.
And then I take those news headlines and put them in the ones that interest me in Chat GPT, and ask them to give me the
From what you
latest
said. Okay.
news on that. And so
So,
I
okay,
get
go ahead.
actually much better news. So,
Hmm.
and
So,
I
if I were
sorry.
to ask SIRI for the latest, is that the same? Is that the same as? Because isn't that AI?
Well, they have different the no, it's not the same. It is AI, but it's not the same. And
Mhm.
that's why these all of these tech titans are, in a race once again. Who can be
Mhm.
the most accurate? Who can be the most comprehensive? The data that you have.
Yeah.
It's like, so that's where, you differentiate.
Okay.
But like it or
Because that
not,
was.
we are
Uh,
stuck with it. I mean, we're not.
mhm.
It's not going away. It's
Mhm.
only going to
Oh, I
be.
know it's not going away. Oh, for
Um,
sure. It's going to
but
expand through the
us
screen.
as the boomer generation, particularly,
Mhm.
and where we are, it is excellent for research and health and welfare. And then, of course, it's now, it's available on audio to actually talk to you as an individual. And I thought I tested that for you here in your
No,
session one
not
day.
that.
But
No,
if
but
not, I'd be happy to come back and do that. You
that
just
would be
let me know.
awesome.
But that's where it really became, because a lot of folks over 60 are in life changing situations, and they just,
Mhm.
you know, you, not everybody can afford a certified life coach or even know how to connect with one, and
Okay.
so, but you
True.
need somebody to talk to other than a relative,
Yeah.
about what concerns you. And now with the audio, you can do that very very productively. It doesn't
Oh,
have to
really
be
interesting.
dangerous. So
Yeah.
definitely, if you want to put some of that in your program, you just let me know and we'll work something out. I just, Thursdays,
Okay.
is the rough day for me, but I mean, Tuesday's good.
Oh, right. Yeah.
I
You're
have,
on that show on Thursdays. Yeah.
yeah. So,
Mhm.
but you let me know. And, so but I did look and see what's going on. And I am concerned about North Carolina. So, It's good to chat with you today. Are you still
Absolutely.
a big fan of EV Mux? Yeah.
I adore EV Mux. It's a great live streaming program, and I am just thrilled with it. The only thing that maybe some people wouldn't like is that I think you always have to do it on laptop, and I don't mind. But
Mm,
and of course, I'm in Chicago right now, and I have my laptop here, so no problem. But
yeah.
but I know that I have done when I was using another program. I think I was using StreamYard. I was doing a couple of times. I did mobile shows from my
Hmm.
phone, but I actually think
But
I
it
prefer
so
live streaming
I'm
from
sorry to
laptop.
interrupt. Yeah.
No, I was just saying. I think I prefer laptop for live streaming anyway.
Yeah, me
So.
too. But like say I'm on my laptop, and if you were on your phone and I
Mhm.
was using EV Mux, can I not bring you in on the phone? Or does it just go through the web? I mean, can you not just click on the web link to join you, and can't a phone come in from
Oh,
their
yeah, anybody can. But I meant as far as being the host of a show,
yeah.
I
Okay.
can't start. I don't think I can start a show, do a Bull City Hangout on my phone.
Mhm.
I'd have to always connect my laptop to Wi-Fi somewhere,
Yeah.
and
But I
that's
think
fine because it's
yeah,
better quality. I think it's better quality.
I agree with you. I agree wholeheartedly.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and for me, it's easy. The screen is bigger, and it's just easier to navigate a laptop than a phone. For me,
Now I
young.
can't remember. You said we could, if we had an EV Mux account, we could stream to our audiences at the same time you were
Yeah.
streaming to yours.
Mhm.
I think we
Yeah.
covered that before. Yeah.
It
Good.
so if because I know you have a free account, so you could
Oh, you
broadcast
can
from.
even do that with a free account?
I believe so.
Huh.
I believe so.
Yeah.
So if you have
Well,
I don't know
I've
if
got
you put a channel together yet, but if you have, then you can broadcast to your Facebook or.
no, I've just done the testing with you and
Mhm.
I think a couple of other folks and just familiarizing myself with EV
Mhm.
Mux. But I've got two other platforms. I still have my StreamYard, and I also, you remember the Be Live? I had
Yeah.
won a lifetime, the highest end level of that platform.
Okay.
And so I have that as well, and I'm having to refamiliarize myself with that platform.
Hmm.
But
I suppose you could, as a test, broadcast to your YouTube channel, make it private. Just for fun, just to see how it works.
yeah,
I guess.
exactly,
Yeah.
exactly. But uh, there's I'm stuck in that StreamYard until next March. And certainly, I mean, I have extra seats in there. So if you need to come in, like when you are on the road, I can set you up so that you can come in through StreamYard and do those from there. I just
Okay.
now thought of that. It's like because, we've been connected all this time and I can definitely do that. I totally space that out. But stay in
Okay.
touch. And if
I
you want to,
will.
if you, for your audience, if it's of any help to them, are you going to attend the AI class? Are you that you
Um,
talked about when you brought my name up?
um, Probably not because today's travel day,
Okay.
and I think that class is in the afternoon. Anyway, I'm getting everything ready for traveling back to
Yeah.
Durham. So yeah, I won't. And in fact, just a couple of days ago, there were two. I don't have my physical calendars on my kitchen
Mm-hmm.
table back home, but there were two conferences that happened online this past week
Yeah.
that one
Mm-hmm.
was Canva
Mm-hmm.
and one was one of the online journalism
Mm-hmm.
conferences was this week. So I have to, when I get back to
Catch
Durham,
up.
I'm going to, yeah, catch up with both of them because Canva is doing so much. It's hard to keep up
Yeah.
with Canva.
Yeah, that it was big. It's definitely worth watching. I'm going to
Uh,
have to go because I have to be in that other live here in just the next few minutes. But
oh, okay.
it was so
Okay.
great to catch up with you again. And
Absolutely, Barb. Loving you drop
um,
by.
always, just message me and I'll try to show up. Can't do it on Thursdays, but any other day,
I
pretty
understand.
much.
I understand.
Okay,
Okay,
take
bud. Have
care.
a beautiful day.
You too.
Bye bye. All righty. All right. So I guess that is it. Thank you, Tasha, for being in the audience. We go after the weather, go over the weather one more time, and then that'll be it for today. So let's look at Chicago so you can laugh at me. It's 46. It says feels like 34 because it's very windy out. So yeah, you can feel sorry for me. That's okay. High today in Chicago is 52. So that's not actually bad. But let's go back to Durham because Durham is so much better weather wise. 64 right now in Durham, going up to 73. It is cloudy. It's going to be super windy later this afternoon, but the sun will be out. Sunsets at 7:49. Again, the high is 73. The high tomorrow will go down to 66. No complaints though, because it's going to be sunny tomorrow. In fact, it's going to be sunny every day in Durham until the weekend. And then we have 83 Saturday, 80 Sunday, but it's going to be cloudy both days. No complaints from this corner. So anyway, off I go. I'll be hopping on a plane in a couple of hours, and I'll be back in Durham really soon. You have a beautiful afternoon, and I'll see you tomorrow. So tomorrow's show will probably be live, although I'll be catching up with a lot of things tomorrow. So we'll see. I'm going to try to do the show live tomorrow at noon. So have a beautiful afternoon, and I'll see you tomorrow, either pre recorded or live. We'll see. Ciao for now. Wait, there it is. Okay, ciao.